Well, happy Monday again, everybody. Bryan Devore with Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. We're looking now on Monday, November 15th, and here is the Monday market moment. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we, of course, have the latest stats, the market tracker report provided by the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties team. We also have Gen Z and home ownership. We're also going to talk about wanting an extra $51,000, and here's a way to get it. And 328 square feet for over $1 million. Where is that home and why did it sell for so much? We'll talk about that at the end. But first, where are we at on inventory? Right now, we have 2,553 homes for sale. That's down 89 from last week. Inventory is in a downward direction. Last week, the number of homes in escrow was also down, but this week it's up by 45, 3,704. That means we have 0.69 months of inventory. It's a drop of 0.03. And the first time in a while, we've been below 0.7 months of inventory. What happened in the last week? Well, since last week, we had 780 homes come on the market. That's down 42 from last week. So inventory as a total is down, and inventory over the last week has gone down. And then pendings, 634. That's 26 more than went into escrow the week before. So inventory going this way, pendings going that way. Feels like springtime all over again. New pendings listed within the last week, 51. That's about 8%. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 359. That's 57%. So still, over half the homes that are listed are selling within the first 2 weeks of being on the market. How many homes closed escrow in the last week? 508. That's actually down quite a bit by 57 from last week. Median list price, $749,949. That's up $4,949 from the week before. Median sales price, $760. That's up $10,000 from last week. So what do the graphs look like? Oh, I'm sorry. And average days on market, 17. That's down 3 from last week. So we had been seeing the average days on market going up by a day or two each consecutive week, but now we're down to 17 once again. All right, the charts, actives, pendings, and solds from the last week. And we can see the actives down quite a bit from the week before, but it was up from the weeks before that. But pendings are starting to rebound. They had been declining week after week after week. They're starting to climb back up again. Closed sales are quite a bit off though, but I think that's obviously because the pendings were going down. We'll see if that goes up as pendings go up. And then for prices, the median price and the median list price, median sales price over the last almost 2 months. You can kind of see where that is. All right, so the market tracker report, which is provided by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties, gives a good summary of the sales for single-family detached homes in the month of October. We can see a month to date from October to October, down 19% of new listings, 15% drop in sold listings, increase 13% of median list price, almost 15% median sold price. Median days on market actually, it says up 25%, which is, from 8 to 10, so not a huge jump, even though percentage-wise it was big. And then list, I like at the bottom here, list to sold price ratio is up 1.42%. So that means that homes are selling for more than list price by more. Does that make sense? The year-to-date numbers here, you can see those as well. And then I took out 2 other pieces from the report, which I really liked. Properties for sale. We've seen this chart before. We do it every month when the market tracker comes out. And the last bar has always been 1.5 million and above. Well, as prices have gone up, we're now seeing other bars introduced here, $2 to $3 million range, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So they're now breaking those into their own categories. The largest category is the 500 to 999 that had been broken up into some smaller categories. Now it's one big one. And then the 0 to 499, that was broken up into smaller categories, but now it's lumped into one. So essentially what's happening is because we don't have as many lower price homes that are selling, they have aggregated the lower brackets and they have broken out the higher brackets. So now this could be a new paradigm of what we're going to see in this report, just because homes have gone up so much in value over the last year or two. All right, the listing inventory and number of sales. I always like showing this because we can see the number of sales relative to the listing inventory. We still have way more sales than we have inventory. Even though sales have come down, they've bounced around. Inventory is not only still low, it's going down. All right, here's an article that's in the Constant Contact email that you got with this video. I'm talking about Gen Z and how they feel about home ownership. How important is it to own a home? Gen Z, the greatest category here, very important. It is important for them to buy a home, and then followed by somewhat important, and then extremely important. Younger millennials, it's more extremely important for them, and then older millennials have also more important for them. So relative to Gen Z, so I thought it was interesting because this is the future of the home buying market, folks. How attainable, though, do you think home ownership is for you in the next 10 years? So you may want to buy a home, but how attainable do you think that is? Unfortunately, most of these folks think it's not very attainable. So we have somewhat attainable are the biggest categories here, or the biggest percentage for all of Gen Z, younger millennials, and older millennials. So they want to buy, most want to buy, most feel they can't. That's unfortunate because affordability is becoming a problem. So I thought this was interesting to take a look at. Here's another one. Renters missed out on $51,000 in equity. So in the beginning, when I said, could you use an extra $51,000? How could you get it? Well, buy a home. So the national median rent has climbed by over 16%, according to the latest report from National Rent Report from apartmentlist.com. So rents have gone up 16.4%, so it's getting more expensive to rent. The average homeowner gained about $51,500 in equity over the past year, according to CoreLogic. So rents are going up so much that people should be buying a home, you would think, and a lot are. The higher rent prices are attracting investors who have been flooding into the market, seeing a rising opportunity, particularly single-family rental homes. And in the Constant Contact email, you'll see another article that you can click on that talks about how investors are really flocking back to the market. So they're snatching up these homes, they're renting them out because rents are climbing so high, and the people who are renting them, as an average, are missing out on $51,000 just this year in equity. The median one-bedroom rent has jumped particularly high in some of the country's largest cities. San Diego is one of them, according to the apartment rental website Zumper. Number one, New York, $2,950 for a one-bedroom apartment. Wow, that's a lot. San Diego is on that list as well at $2,100. It's kind of mixed in there with these other cities. You can take a look and see if you're thinking about moving to one of these areas, what's it going to cost you to rent a place? And maybe you should think about buying instead, if it's possible. All right. Now, what about that over $1 million house for only 328 square feet? How did a 328 square foot bungalow in Santa Cruz sell for over $1 million? Well, it was listed for $988 at the end of September. They received 5 offers within days. They sold for $1,025,000. An astonishing $3,125 per square foot. $3,125 per square foot. But the median in the area is $1,182,000. So it sold for well below the median sales price. And this is why it sold for so much, because in this area, with the median so high, everything's going to sell for a lot of money. It was last on the market in 1999, and it sold that year for $250,000. So this person made a lot of money just by owning this cute little home in Santa Cruz. You can see some photos here of this cute little bungalow home. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Next time I come to you, it will be the week of Thanksgiving. So some of you might be off and have more time to look at the report. We'll have some good information there, see what the market's doing. If we're getting that seasonality of slowdown, haven't seen it yet. So that's it. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next Monday at the next Monday Market Moment. Have a great day.